Mark Fundino here with Davidson Chiropractic. Hope you're doing well. Today I wanted to talk about tightness in the hamstrings versus shortness. So many people come into the office say, "Oh, my hamstrings are so tight. I need to really work on stretching them." And sometimes it's the case and sometimes it's not. So here's a good way to find out if you actually have shortness of the hamstrings or just a sensation of tightness. And we'll talk about what we can do if we have that sensation of tightness. And how to go about correcting that. So one way to check if we have short hamstrings is we can lay on our back, whether it be on the floor or on a table, and we're going to want to lift our leg up, keeping our tummy tight, so our back's somewhat flat on the table, and we're going to lift the leg up. And I can add a little bit if I can get it up a little higher. As long as the leg is about 90 degrees or perpendicular to my upper body, I've got plenty of hamstring length. And we can check the other side. Actually, my left leg feels a little bit looser right now. So then, another way to check it is I can check in the seated position. If I can get my shoulders in front of my hips, then I probably have enough hamstring length. So we'll go from here, and we'll reach forward at the waist, not rolling from the front, from the upper back, but more from the waist, shifting here. And you can see I've got plenty of hamstring length. One last way to check is we could stand, feet together, and I'm just going to bend forward, and if I can again get my shoulders in front of my hips, most likely I've got plenty of hamstring length. So this not for me, if I have a sensation of tightness, it's not because I have short hamstrings. Now what it could be is I've got some tension in the sciatic nerve, or mentally my brain is not telling my muscle that it's got plenty of length, if that makes any sense. It's giving me the sensation that I'm always chronically tight, so there's different ways we can integrate that to help reduce that sensation. So the first way is we're going to again lay on our back, going to raise one leg up, and I'm going to gently draw circles with my foot. Now what I'm doing here is I'm actually flossing my sciatic nerve, meaning I'm trying to give it a little bit more breathing room because that's where I might be getting some sensation of tightness in my hamstrings. So I'll go different circles, go clockwise, then counterclockwise about 10 times. That's one way we can try to work on that sensation of tightness. Another way is basically trying to contract the quadricep, the front muscle, to inhibit the hamstring. So I'm going to bring my leg up again. I'll bring the knee a little bit past the hip. And then what I'm going to try to do with my foot pointing towards me is I'm going to extend using my quadricep. My thigh muscles are going to straighten the knee. Be very gentle. And if you have to bring your leg forward a little bit because it's too tight, too much stress on the hamstring, you can. But we're going to extend. And by you contracting the thigh muscle, it's going to inhibit the hamstring muscle reflexively. So that's the second thing we can do. And then the last thing we can do, if we feel comfortable, is we can actually integrate this into a standing position, because many things we do all day are not lying on our backs, we're standing. So what we can do is we can stand on one leg, have something by you so if you need balance. We're going to have a soft knee, and we're going to slowly lean forward at the waist. And if I can achieve that where my shoulders get in front of my hips, that would be great. And then come back up. And we can repeat this about 10 times. So again, soft knee, back leg isn't getting lazy. Pause for a moment, come back up. Try that, and one last one we can do, again, laying on our back. One of the reasons we also get this sensation of tightness is because we're not using the core. So if we don't recruit the midline, there's a disconnect between the brain and the muscles that give us this sensation of tightness as well. So we can lay down on our back, place our hands down, and I'm going to press. I'm going to do a little mini crunch with my stomach, tighten my tummy, press down to the floor as I raise the leg. For about 5-second holds, relax. You can do it again. Press down, little crunch, 5-second holds, and relax. Repeating that about 10 times per side. So again, if you're having any type of sensation of tightness, I would check to see if you truly have a hamstring length issue with those 3 tests we did. And then if you don't, you can kind of integrate some of these exercises. Just be careful. Again, if you're having any sciatic nerve pain, I wouldn't do these if you're really flared up. This is not a time to work on those. This is more if you're having just that sensation of tightness. If you have questions, comments, definitely respond to this video. You can put questions in the comments section of the YouTube channel. And if you're getting this on email, just respond to the email. Have a good day, everybody.